Hey YouTube, welcome back to yet another episode of Upper Structure Fridays, a series in where we look at upper structures and how to use them in voicing chords and improvisation. If you haven't done so already, check out the introductory video where we talk about how to create new colors using upper structures and what they're all about. We'll put a link in the description down below, or you can click on this iCard right here. We encourage you guys to check out the book bundle on our website that you can download with all possible upper structures over different types of chords, exercises to prepare and practice this concept in all keys, and much more. All right, so let's dive into today's topic. What we're gonna talk about is the use of a minor triad on the 6th scale degree of a dominant 7 chord. So a minor triad being this, a dominant 7 chord being this. When you put those two things together, the color you'll get is this. To construct this upper structure, we simply play a minor triad over a dominant chord, starting on the 6th of that dominant chord. For example, in F7, the 6th is D, so we simply have to play a D minor triad on top of an F7. We now have an F7 with just a 13th, since this upper structure contains only one tension, the 13th and 2 chord tones, the root and the third. As you can hear, this upper structure is a good option to produce a blues-sounding dominant chord. Here are the ways you can think about this triad. Play your minor triad starting on the 6th, which is also the one minor chord of the relative minor of the root of the original dominant chord. For a more independent perspective, just think a minor third below the root and play the minor triad on that note in any inversion. This structure only contains one tension, the 13th and 2 chord tones, the root and the third, which makes this upper structure sound inside with very little color added to the original dominant chord. It also suggests the Mixolydian chord scale as the chord scale to pair the dominant chord with. This makes this upper structure great when playing chords in an extended dominant sequence, where all the functions use Mixolydian, as we've seen in our Decoding Jazz series when we analyze the bridge of a rhythm changes progression. In the bridge of Oleo, we have these extended dominants where we can use this upper structure. There's a particular inversion of this upper structure that works perfectly with blues, and that's second inversion. The reason being, it puts the third of that minor upper structure on top, which is also the root of our chord that we're playing the upper structure on top of. This inversion pairs really well with a common blues lick that culminates on top of the 1. So for example, this right here. That's the F that represents the root of the dominant chord that we're playing on top of. So I can play that riff like that, or I can culminate that riff with the actual second inversion triad that we talked about. Like that. What's also great about this is, as like with most things in blues, your ideas are movable. So I can take it over to the 1 chord now. So now I got B flat 7 on my left hand, I got a G minor triad on my right hand, and I can take what we were doing over here and move it down here now. And you can do that on every chord in the progression. So now when you want to play a dominant chord that sounds bluesy, you can use this upper structure, or even better, you can play the lick and land on the upper structure instead of just the note. Plus, you can use it as parallel movement, keeping the Mixolydian scale and moving chromatically, as you've heard many times in a blues setting. Keep looking at these upper structures from different perspectives. Find the one that works the best for you, that makes the most sense to you. And just remember, the whole point is trying to create these new colors within your music. So here's your upper structure challenge of the day. See if you can find the minor 6 chord that goes on top of the dominant chord that we're gonna give you, including the blues lick. As usual, we'll give you 4 beats to answer. F7, D minor, B flat 7, G minor, E flat 7, C minor, E7, C sharp minor, D flat 7, B flat minor, G7, E minor. That does it for this week's technique. Thanks for coming back. We look forward to seeing you next Friday. Notification bell, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're going to close out today's video with a demonstration using the minor 6 triad on top of dominant 7 chords. Thanks for watching.